a lot of people won't go to the restaurant in the building because it's in the Trump building. I'm one of those people. But anyway, we're diverting from from his cheating and doing all these things. But people involved in the construction said, we said we were going to sue, and his lawyer said, no, you're not. We withheld just enough money that it will cost you too much to sue to collect it, so you're not going to sue. They deliberately calculate what's the cost of a suit, and we're going to withhold payment for the final construction in that amount that will not cause you to sue. I mean, to me, that is just so despicable that, and it seems to be a repeat characteristic of Donald Trump.
No, it's a theme in the book, to the point where we talk to people who actually were involved in either building or renovating the golf courses, and some people wouldn't sign the final papers that were needed for the building to open until they got paid. I mean, they knew who he was, but he so often just calculated that the cost of somebody suing him would be far greater. And so many people, these are small businesses, a lot of them. It was devastating to talk to some of these people, because they said they either, they went out of business, or they'd have to lay off people, like real lives, lives were involved in this. But he continued to do it. And the Apprentice scene, it was funny, the fellow didn't actually think he was going to sue, but he had a calculation in his head. If I say something, I'm going to risk pissing off the talent. I can't afford that. So then he made that decision. But everybody throughout there are making these calculations, based on, not wanting, in that case, they didn't want to offend him. But Donald Trump's then making calculations about all the people he owes money to, including lawyers. Some people don't feel sorry for lawyers, but they weren't getting paid. They should get paid if he's agreed to pay them. But all these service people, it was really sad.
Yeah. So let me divert to another subject, which is two things that I found missing in the book were much information about Melania and only a few references to Weisselberg. Was that a deliberate choice to leave Melania out? And Weisselberg, who has recently been released from Rikers, having served many months in Rikers twice because of refusing to come clean and tell the truth about Donald Trump. So it seemed to me, and he had a big role in this. Was it a lack of evidence? Why was Weisselberg not in, and why was Melania not in?
We talk about Weisselberg in the book, but we just didn't have enough to really make him into a character. It's a narrative, and we knew that he knew, and we say that, and we've got a few scenes like that, but he just didn't, in terms of, we tried to get a hold of him. Of course, he's not going to talk, but we had so much other stuff, and so we made some hard decisions. And Melania, I think one of the great scenes in the book is their wedding, but it focused on all the stuff that people were, that Donald Trump was able to get for free at the wedding. It was like the Apprentice crew came through for him. They were the get stuff for free people, and that was interesting. But she just, the book focuses a lot on his financial life. So we talk about Ivana, and we talk about Marla Maples, but a lot of what we talked about in the book was what their financial settlements were, and sort of what the heartache was when those relationships broke up. So I guess we just sort of had to make some decisions. And with Melania, we kind of ended at the White House. I know there's been discussions about that she got a post-nup agreement when she went down to Washington, but we don't have the details on that. I haven't seen them anywhere. So we didn't kind of delve into that.
Do you think if I hate to say it out of my mouth, but if he should ever move back into the White House, do you think she will go with him? She has been nowhere on the campaign trail virtually.
Well, that's a crystal ball question. It's a hard one. Yeah. I don't know. I would, just as somebody watching all this, I think she will. I think she liked her time in the White House, and she likes sort of the trappings that go around with it. I mean, it may be hard for some people to process that, but I've heard from people that she did. And she's putting out a book right now that really leans into, her role. So I would guess yes, but I don't know.